Happy New Year. I wanted to come on here and just basically talk to you all and pretty much just set the tone for how this 2022 is getting ready to roll out for me, okay? And hopefully we will be on the same page. So for 2022, you guys, this is going to be Operation Transformation, okay? I believe that God gave me that little phrase in November, and although it's not my first time, maybe hearing that, he gave it to me just like that, like Operation Transformation. So I'm like, okay, God, Operation Transformation, I'm still taking it lightly, right? I'm like, well, I'm just being vain. I'm like, well, I'm gonna get this weight off once and for all. Lord, I'm tired of struggling with that, blah, blah, blah. But then you all, I really had an epiphany, okay? So let me start with the epiphany, right? So I have a gift of discernment, and I know a lot of people like to think that they discern properly, but I don't know. I kind of feel funny about people who like brag like, oh yeah, I discern, but then I'm turning around looking how you live your life, and obviously to me it's not discerning, right? So okay, but I'm not judging. I'm just saying, like, to me, they say a tree by its fruit, okay? So you cannot produce oranges and tell me that you're an apple tree. That's just period. So anyway, let's start with the end of the year. So anyway, God had been giving me this Operation Transformation. I'm just thinking like weight loss and a couple of other goals that's on my agenda. Well, on Sunday, the day after Christmas, the week before that, I had already had some revelations. So fast forward, Sunday, the day after Christmas, a girl that I went to high school with, she came and got her makeup done and invited me out. And I said, I think about it, but I was thinking to myself, like, I really don't feel like getting ready. And then it's like God was telling me not to go, okay? He was telling me not to go. And I kind of like bypassed that and was just like, well, I haven't really been anywhere this month, blah, blah, blah. So let me just enjoy myself. I'm like, it seems like it might be, a decent event. I get on the phone with my close friend and I'm telling her, like, I'm going to call you when I get home. I'm going to text you when I get home. And I said I need to get better about that, letting people know my whereabouts, blah, 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 because I take care of my sister. And so, just anyway, I just said I want to let people know, like, what's going on with me. And I said, and if I don't text you, then I probably just forgot or whatever. So I get off the phone with my close friend and I'm like, what made me say all of that? Like, why did I go into that tangent about, my letting people know where I am and, making sure someone knows I'm safe and blah, blah, blah. So I go out, everything seemed to be fine. On the way home, we are riding along. I didn't see sight of a car around. Normally you see cars zipping by, whatever. Didn't see any sight of any other car, and just out of the blue I just hear pow, and I feel the impact. The airbag comes flying out. It's dust particles flying all around. The windshield is cracked and stuff. The accident happened on my side. The car struck on my side, okay? So from that accident, long story short, it led me to realize that there are some things that the Lord has been trying to get my attention on, and there are some things that I need to be doing, and I wasn't doing it, and I'm too busy trying to basically entertain my needs, my flesh, and just instead of getting busy with what the Father is telling me to do, pretty much. Okay, so that's that on that. So with that being said, Operation Transformation for me is a few things. Okay, let's get into it. It's gonna be physically, okay? It's gonna be spiritually, okay? Operation Transformation is going to be mentally, and then it's gonna be emotionally, okay? And not necessarily in that order. I'm just telling you those are the four main things that Operation Transformation will be. Physically, I am basically gonna be some form of fasting the entire month. I already started on the 1st. There will be some form of fasting for me the entire month, and then I'm pretty sure it will just spill over into the next month until I kind of just pretty much make it like 90% of my lifestyle, okay? So you can, if you want to do this, you can pretty much pick whatever form of fasting you feel that's best. Intermittent, if you don't know what intermittent fasting is, you can Google that. You can look it up on YouTube. It's different forms of intermittent fasting, different hours that you can fast, and all those things. You can do a Daniel fast, water fast, liquid only fast, you know, whatever it is that you're fasting from, even down to social media. But me personally, I believe that the fasting that I want to do is pretty much dying to my flesh. So me abstaining from social media, that's not, to me, that's not gonna move me. I have to restrict my eating and drinking during the day. So I would just encourage that for anybody. I don't care if you weigh 100 pounds. You can do 16-8, meaning you fast 16 hours of the day, and in that 8-hour window you're eating, okay? Anybody can do that fast. Pretty much even a child can do that fast. The next thing that I'm covering is mentally, right? So mentally, I think that we forget that we need rest, right? We need to pretty much have our quiet time. And I kind of addressed this in one of my videos before last year about just having rest. You don't need to be on social media all the time. You don't need to answer and check your phone all the time, responding to text. Sometimes you just need to have an allotted time during the day that's dedicated to you. Okay, so you can journal during your quiet time. You can take a hot bath during your quiet time. You can get a massage. You can take a nap. You can listen to inspirational messages. Whatever that's gonna fill you up and keep you in a safe and sound place mentally, that's what you need to do. Okay, so the next point is spiritually. So that kind of ties into mentally, right? Because just because you have quiet time does not mean that you're taking care of your spiritual being, right? Because we all have different components to our being, so being spiritual is one of them. Your spiritual being needs to do things for others that would bring glory to the Lord and then make you happy, right? So you might go out and serve the homeless food, or you might just donate to different charities, or you might go volunteer somewhere, you know, to make a difference or whatever. You might visit the hospital, sick children, or whatever. You might just, whatever it is that you're doing to serve the Lord that also brings you gratification. That's what I mean by spiritually. Like, you know, you might not have the physical time, but you can donate to various charities, and that makes a difference. A lot of these charities, they're working solely off our donations to help these children or people in need, period. So spiritually, I need more of that in my life this year, okay? Because I'm already a natural giver. I love to give, okay? I actually do live to give, okay? So I get joy in giving, and I notice that the more I give, the more the Lord gives me to give, okay? I'm not tight with the dollar trying to hold on. And that's another thing. If some of you are concerned about that, as I said, you can give your time. And then say you feel like, well, I really don't have the time or the money. You have something to give, okay? I don't care if you give away clothing, okay? I don't care if you give away, you know, household items that somebody might need. If you have $5, I don't care if you give away 50 cents, okay? You see somebody on the side of the road with a cup that needs some type of assistance, okay? So it's never any excuse pretty much not to give. And if you are finding yourself coming up with an excuse to give, to me, that's kind of like something that we need to like check. That's like a matter of the heart, okay? So like the last point is emotionally, okay? A lot of people have been through a lot of things emotionally last year, okay? And then even years prior, right? Just anything emotionally, whether it be you know, grieving, you know, from a death, you know, or grieving from maybe a breakup or divorce, or, you know, just grieving, period, at the condition of the world. You know, you may have fell ill, anything that has emotionally scarred you. And so what you should do, I feel, moving forward is just make a conscious effort to actually heal from that, right? So first and foremost, I believe, like I said, in all through the day, I listen to inspirational messages. while I'm driving, when I wake up getting ready. You know, any chance I get, I'm listening to inspirational messages. I'm filling myself up with faith. Another thing is, you really do need to know the word of the Lord. The Lord says, cast your cares unto him, right? So if you don't know how to do that, you're like, well, I don't know how to not feel the way I feel. God is not telling us with that scripture that we can't feel the way we feel about something. But what he is saying is that you have the right to feel, just don't stress over it. You can feel sad, say that you lost your house, but you have to not stress about it. You have to give that to the Lord and just ask him, like, okay, God, I lost this home, but what is next? Like, this is hurting me. You know, right now I don't see a vision ahead, but I know that you have something for me because that's in your word. What's next? So I feel like always ask yourself what's next. Always think about your bottom line. Like, don't think about where you are right now. Think about where you actually want to be. Like, just visualize that. Like, you know, yeah, I lost this house, but you know, I wanted a bigger house anyway, or I wanted to be in a safer neighborhood anyway, or you know, just focus on where it is you want to be and literally say to God, I'm giving this to you. What do you want me to do? And then next thing you know, you're gonna know when he speaks, right? Because he'll either send somebody to make it obvious, or he'll just put it on your heart and you just can't get it out of your mind, and you like, this got to be God. He's telling me to apply for this place. It's not making sense to me, but he's telling me to do that, so I'm gonna follow his lead because it has to be him. It wasn't anything I thought about on my own, right? So for this year, again, physically eating right, that's obvious. Exercise, I don't care if it's just 10 minutes a day. You know, just something, right? Being nice to your body, drinking that water, okay? It's nobody on here that should have less than 64 ounces of water a day, right? But if you want to be really accurate, take your body weight, divide that in half, okay? And then whatever that number is, that's how many ounces of water you should have. And also, I'm big on supplements. If you are on any medications, get the supplements that you know would not interfere with any medication. So you're safe to take vitamin D, vitamin C, you know, things like that, just to kind of get your body, you know, just feeling better, conditioned to having nutrients and supplements that will help the immune system and stuff. So yeah, so spiritually, emotionally, physically, mentally, those are the 4 things that Operation Transformation will involve, okay? So from time to time, I will get on here and I will document certain things about this journey and tell you what's going on. So for an example, on Friday the 7th, I will be going to get a colonic. I've gotten this done one other time and that experience went left, but it was really because of me. So anyway, I'm going to get a colonic again on Friday, but again, I've already started my fasting on the 1st, and I will continue on definitely for the remainder of the month, okay? So I'm not gonna focus on the physical like that, where I'm obsessing and getting on the scale every day, and no, it's not gonna be that type of journey, you all. It's not. It's more so just me being kind to myself and listening to the leading of the Lord as to what I need for my body, okay? And then just the byproduct is gonna be weight loss. We know that. So yeah, I hope this video helped you, and I hope that you plan on doing this for yourself. If you want, feel free to leave a comment and let me know if you plan on doing this for yourself, and I will see you guys on the next video.